The movie opens with a grim tone. We meet Grace Lewis, the cold and ruthless daughter of a mercenary leader. Grace is part of the Black Swans, a private military company. Their specialty, deniable operations for governments and corporations. They carry out tasks too dirty for official forces. The film wastes no time showing their brutality. In a small Georgian village, Grace leads a massacre. Innocent civilians are executed without mercy. The Black Swans leave no survivors. But crucially, their actions are recorded on video. This evidence soon leaks to the public. The world is shocked and horrified. The UK government denies involvement. But politicians and intelligence circles know the truth. The Black Swans are suddenly a liability. To contain the scandal, the government plans to cut ties. This effectively means eliminating the Black Swans. Grace refuses to be discarded. She plans a bold counterstrike. Her strategy: force Britain into negotiation. Meanwhile, we meet the protagonist, Tom Buckingham. Tom is an SAS operative, calm, capable, dangerous. Unlike others, he has a controlled, almost detached demeanor. He is in love with Dr. Sophie Hart, a doctor. Sophie knows Tom works in security, but not the full truth. Tom struggles with balancing love and duty. He plans a romantic getaway to Paris with Sophie. Secretly, he intends to propose to her. They board the Eurostar train in London. Everything feels normal for now. Back with Grace, her plan begins. She and the Black Swans hijack the Eurostar. The train, packed with civilians, becomes their hostage situation. Their objective: hold the UK government to ransom. Grace demands safe passage and recognition. Her threats are deadly serious. The passengers are terrified. Sophie is among them. Panicking, Grace executes a hostage to show resolve. The government is now trapped in a dilemma. Unknown to Grace, Tom is on the train. At first, he blends in as a regular passenger. But once the hijacking escalates, his instincts kick in. Tom slips into combat mode. He moves stealthily through carriages. Using hand-to-hand skills, he quietly neutralizes enemies. Tom's SAS training gives him the edge. Yet Grace's mercenaries are highly trained too. Each encounter becomes brutal, intense. Tom must balance stealth with speed. Sophie discovers Tom's true identity. She is shocked that he kept secrets from her. Their relationship strain deepens mid-crisis. Still, survival takes priority. Tom reassures her, promising safety. He instructs Sophie to stay hidden. Meanwhile, Tom keeps taking down Black Swan operatives. Grace notices resistance on the train. She deduces it's not random luck. It's SAS. She grows fascinated by the mysterious opponent. Outside the train, chaos spreads. The government deploys negotiators. The Prime Minister fears a bloodbath. MI5 and Army officials clash over tactics. Some push for direct assault. Others prefer negotiation. The clock ticks as hostages remain in danger. Grace broadcasts her manifesto to the world. She blames governments for betrayal. Her icy charisma makes her terrifying. Back inside, Tom launches ambushes. He uses the narrow train environment to his advantage. Close-quarters fights break out in tight corridors. Gunfire erupts. Passengers scream. Tom adapts with improvised tactics. He shows near-inhuman calm under pressure. But even he sustains injuries. The fight takes a physical toll. Tom's resilience, however, is unshakable. His love for Sophie fuels his resolve. Grace becomes increasingly ruthless. She kills passengers to pressure the government. Her soldiers rig explosives on the train. Escape seems impossible. Grace finally encounters Tom face to face. Their confrontation is electric. She instantly recognizes him as SAS. Instead of killing him outright, she toys with him. Grace respects his skills, almost admiring him. This sets up a deadly game of cat and mouse. Sophie, meanwhile, is caught between danger and truth. She realizes Tom lives in a violent world. Their love is tested like never before. She must decide if she can accept him fully. Grace uses Sophie as leverage. Tom is forced to make impossible choices. He fights through both emotional and physical battles. The stakes become personal, not just national. Grace escalates by threatening mass execution. The government wavers, unsure of action. MI5 debates cutting a deal with Grace. But the SAS command pushes back. They know giving in sets a deadly precedent. Meanwhile, Tom infiltrates deeper into the train. He sabotages Grace's communications. He frees small groups of passengers. Tension mounts as Grace's plan begins unraveling. She realizes Tom is dismantling her operation. Her frustration turns into obsession. She vows to kill Tom personally. The final act builds to a showdown. Explosives are armed across the train. A catastrophic blast is imminent. Tom races against time to disarm charges. Grace hunts him through the carriages. Passengers cower as gunfights erupt around them. Tom and Grace finally engage in brutal combat. The fight is raw, violent, and personal. Grace proves skilled and deadly, but Tom's determination keeps him standing. They clash in hand-to-hand brutality. The confined train amplifies every hit. Grace taunts Tom about Sophie. She threatens to kill Sophie slowly. Tom counters with relentless force. He finally overpowers Grace in a desperate struggle. Their duel leaves both battered and bloody. Grace is finally subdued. Her mercenaries collapse without leadership. The immediate crisis ends. Authorities storm the train. Survivors are evacuated in relief. The world watches the aftermath unfold. Grace is taken into custody. Yet her icy stare shows defiance, not defeat. She sees herself as a revolutionary, not a terrorist. Politicians breathe a sigh of relief. But MI5 debates the fallout in secret. The scandal of the Black Swans isn't erased. Questions about government complicity linger. Tom and Sophie step into the aftermath. Their relationship remains shaken. Sophie struggles to reconcile Tom's world. She loves him, but fears his darkness. Tom admits he hides his true nature. He explains his duty to country. Yet Sophie wants honesty and peace. The romantic Paris plan is shattered. The proposal ring remains unused. Their love faces an uncertain future. Meanwhile, Grace awaits judgment. She manipulates from behind bars. Her story is far from over. She may yet escape or retaliate. The government quietly covers its tracks. The massacre in Georgia fades from headlines. But shadowy politics continue as usual. Tom reflects on what it means to serve. He knows wars are fought in silence. Heroes rarely get recognition. Sophie walks away in doubt. Her trust in Tom is broken. Tom watches her leave with heavy silence. His emotions remain buried beneath duty. The film emphasizes the cost of loyalty. Love and violence cannot easily coexist. Grace's icy smirk lingers in memory. Tom's detached calm remains unsettling. The movie closes on ambiguity, not comfort. Victory feels hollow, not triumphant. The hostages are saved, but scars remain. Innocent lives were lost on that train. Governments escape accountability again. Grace's philosophy, that power uses people rings true. Tom's personal battle is just beginning. Sophie questions if she can ever stay with him. The Black Swans may regroup in the shadows. Political conspiracies will continue. Tom stands alone, ready for the next fight. The screen fades.